store here in Inglewood, California, SoFi Stadium, and what has become a really fun bowl extravaganza, the Art of Sport LA Bowl. Bowl games are not only a reward for how you played in the regular season, but can be a springboard into next year as well. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Nebraska's offense will go to work first. And we've been really eager to see this matchup. This quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal than this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. If you make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for the defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. And the Huskers will call on their punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. The Gamecocks offense will take the field for the first time. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
They came out hot on this drive. One play and already near midfield. Power football with the run. On his feet at the 40. On the move at the 30. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Get it out on the screen. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Off the play fake on first down. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Shoots it to the left. He makes the catch. There he goes. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. Out of the gun, the running back has it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on third and long from the 28. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be fourth down. The Huskers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down to the 24. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll try the run. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack, and find a little crease for your running back.
Pressure coming. He's going to run it. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you could tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the first down.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. And the Gamecocks look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Using the quick game.
When you get man coverage, you definitely like taking advantage of the inside really quickly. Running a nice slant rack real quick, being physical, getting on the inside, quarterback putting it right on the money.
Working out left side now. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice gain, this time on the ground.
The Gamecocks are threatening on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now the offense tries to punch it in on second and goal. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Jacksonville State.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
We've come to the break, and Jacksonville State has the lead. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Daly. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the football.
Facing a third down and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be fourth down after the rare drop from this dude. The Cornhuskers decide to punt it away. Nestles it in at the 35. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on O. They think there's room to run to the right here. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Works the middle. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Right. Second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is good.
And the defense up a sack. Back down at the 44. Just making life miserable for opposing quarterbacks the way Trev Alberts always did.
Yeah, just finding a guy that can sniff out the quarterback and kind of feel it, have those.
Turning it on! He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Working the middle, it's complete. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll take it himself. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gamecocks line it up with a 1st and goal. Let's it fly. Touchdown Gamecocks. And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. A 69-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Nebraska, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Here's the handoff. Creates a little room. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's got it on the right. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Gets it out quickly. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Huskers racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. 2nd down. They'll go to the air. Caught over the middle. It's gone. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. New set of downs after the completion. He wants to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Husker!
And I'm not going to say that was a must-score, but that was a must-score. And this offense delivers right before the half. Everything's starting to pick up. Hopefully now you build some momentum. You cut it to a 2-score game. Got to build on this momentum in the second half.
So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
Wants to go up top on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Finds his man down the middle. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. Field goal is good. And now the lead is extended a little further. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, we figured we might get an LA Bowl that would have social media buzzing. And through 2 quarters of football, indeed, that is the case.
The Huskers will kick it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Guys see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. They more than got the job done in the first half. Now the job in a bowl game. Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. To the air on first down. Got his man in the middle. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. It'll be a draw. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The play action fake. Steps away. On the run deep down the right side. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. And the route is on. Wait, can I get the director to give me a replay of that? I want to count the defenders at 1, 2, 3. I mean, there's no way they had 11, right?
I mean, that is frustrating. Defensively, what are you taught? Like, make them earn it, right? Play man, press up on them, make them earn it, make them go the length of the field, don't give up big plays, or just give up big plays and don't have anybody in the camera shot and don't have anybody there to even miss a tackle.
Finding open areas. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The Cornhuskers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Here comes the heat. Going to try to get it himself.
And it's just so fun to be a play caller when you got a QB that can do that. Like, it's a pass play. Nope, he pulls it down, chews up yardage, gets a first down. And both of these quarterbacks, man, they have this ability to make big plays.
He breaks a tackle. And that penetration left him nowhere to go. Dodged a couple, but he's knocked down for a loss.
And after your defense just went out there and gave them a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
Hey, man, if you're going to make plays like that on slant throws, you got to be able to make catches in traffic. Good, strong hands by the wide out there on the slant.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Had to get rid of it quickly. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him.
Makes a catch, first down, and maybe a lot more. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field, gets the defense off guard.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Finds his big tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the sticks. It's gone. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. And the Huskers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Pushes toward the goal line. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Touchdown, Cornhuskers! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half, it looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. And more drives like this is what's needed.
31, Nebraska, 14.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. Finds a man on the left. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Just going to keep it after the snap. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. It's complete to the right. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Guys, Jacksonville State has the lead here as we've reached the end of the quarter. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Lost a throw on 1st down. Rushes on him. Breaks into the open. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
This has been a real fun game to call, guys, because we've got 2 quarterbacks that are getting it done on the ground. Both of these guys have had tremendous success. That time the defense wasn't in position. They weren't able to rally to him early enough. And you kind of get the feeling moving forward, whichever defense figures out the other running quarterback first, that's probably the team that wins.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Touchdown Gamecocks! And the beatdown has ensued.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run play action. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Back to pass on 2nd down. He got his hands on it but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Now facing a 3rd and long. The give to the back. Runs through a tackle. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front.
Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's gone. Slipping, sliding, dancing his way down to the 32. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Handoff to the single running back. Running into the open space. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. The Huskers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Flips it out in the flat. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Got his man quickly. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming. The Cornhuskers are in the red zone. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Touchdown, Nebraska! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. Looking for the 2-point try.
Nice job by the quarterback finding the big fella in the end zone. He's going to find a hole. He's going to find an opening. That guy's, you got to trust him, and I'm going to throw it up and let him make a play like he did right there.
If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. They're working that left side. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season. Also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments in individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football I know I'll never forget.
Won't forget it. Loved working with you guys. Loved being in the booth. Loved covering these football games. And I'll tell you what, a lot of excitement in college football surrounding the sport, man. Let's just...
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Punts it out of the air. Oh, a lot of space. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. And the pummeling has started. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Wide open downfield. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. And the Huskers come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, if you could give a helmet sticker to this defensive coaching staff, they would get one because of the plan they've had for this guy at wide receiver. He is one of the best in the entire country with his speed and his athleticism, but they have had a plan for him. Whether it's man coverage, zone, they've been able to double him, they've been able to change up the looks. and they have not been able to get him involved in the game, and that's why they're going to win this one.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. The Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground from the back. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience and one this freshman got away with. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. He caught it! They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Looking to throw. Here's a heat. And that one sails through the back of the end zone.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough work today.
In the backfield again to make the stop. They keep giving him the ball and keep getting nothing for it. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. This is picked off in the end zone, but the officials are saying he was out of bounds. Just an incomplete pass and a huge break for the offense. Down big. Might as well. They'll go for it on 4th and goal. Looking to throw. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. Jacksonville State has it back, and the Gamecocks will go to work. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier. But
there he goes. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
The Gamecocks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
And you got to wonder if this offense is trying to run the score up because they're blowing this team out. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and they're still taking shots.
And the defense got him at the 27.
Well, this quarterback normally makes defenses look very silly week in, week out with his speed, but he has yet to face a defense like this. This defense accepted the challenge. They have stepped up. They have been disruptive. They have been living in the backfield all game long. That already the 3rd sack of the game for this unit.
And that decision will be questioned for a while. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the pass falls to the ground, and the ball game is over. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go.